Let's put the spotlight on the Adani Group of companies. An expert committee that has been appointed by the court has said that the interim report as of now doesn't see any regulatory failure around the group stock rallies in the recent years. Let's connect with Deven Choksey as well, who joins in from R Choksey Securities. And with the Supreme Court's panel's clean chit coming to Adani, Deven, just wanted to understand the implications of this move because all of those stocks clearly seem to be reacting positively.
Well, good afternoon. Well, I think prima facie, after reading this particular report, it appears that I think the committee has possibly done their due diligence and they haven't found, I think, anything untoward in this particular activity. Maybe I think what they are probably referring to now is waiting for the SEBI to provide the regulations. So I guess I think the ball is in SEBI's court at this point of time. And this is what I believe that I think would be the final outcome of this entire case hereafter would be. Because the high-level committee which has been constituted, I think they did their job based on the fact findings that they may have got, I think, on the surface. But maybe if at all, I think those allegations were to be proved, then maybe I think the SEBI's counterparts in the overseas market, I think, will also have to support all those data which otherwise are required. But at this point of time, at least this report says very clearly, from whatever the front of this report says, that I think there are no untoward things which have been found in this entire case at this point of time.
So there is a prima facie, no wrongdoing. That's the word coming in from the first panel committee report that we have. But Deven, talking about the stock-specific reaction from those Jan-Feb lows, of course, we have seen quite a bit of reversal. But today as well, those stocks are languishing in the red. What would be your take with respect to how one should approach the Adani stocks at this point of time?
So, Anisha, the fundamentals of the company remains, I think, absolutely as strong as they were before. And I don't think that, I think, any allegations of Hindenburg, etc., would even suspect those fundamentals. Most of the infrastructure assets that this company has been operating, they've been cash cows. They've been generating cash in systematic basis as far as, I think, the business operation goes. So that is not in question and that is not get hampered at all. From that perspective, I think one would give good marks to the group and the company from the business point of view. Whether the investor would immediately develop the confidence and buy into the stock, I think that's the time that market will prove it. But overall, if there are no wrongdoing found ultimately, then I would think that I think the confidence should return back, though gradually.
Okay, just a quick word, Deven, as to now what the next course of action is going to be just from a legal standpoint?
Difficult to say for me, I think, on the legal side of the activity, but I would think very simply one thing. In case, I think, this particular news report of Hindenburg, I think, of whatever the activity which Adani did, I think, is found false, or whatever the allegations that they have levied on Adani Group is found false, then I think the country as a whole should have a mechanism, along with our regulator, to go and check, I think, this entity in the other markets of the world and how exactly they would operate. If we don't stop this, then probably we run a big threat of getting killed by one or the other operators like this, who have been operating out of the shadows, I think, of the overseas market regulations. I would think that I think that is one next step that I think the government and the regulators will have to take eventually. That is what I would like to see.
Okay, Deven, on that note, we'll let you go. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's also